So this video is to help you get started on this worksheet. If you heard the explanation but you're still just confused, you don't quite get it, I would recommend before you watch me just do more problems, try it on your own. You don't know where you're struggling until you try it and get stuck. It's when you find out where you get stuck that you can correct those mistakes. Watching 100 problems being solved is only helpful if you try them first. You can watch as many as you want, but until you start trying and figuring out where you struggle, this isn't going to help very much. So please, please, please give it a shot first and then watch to see how they go. And maybe do one, it doesn't go so well. The next one, you get a little further and further. Eventually, you'll get there, but make sure you try them first. So I'm going to start number 2. So if you want to try that one now is the time to do that. And hopefully you pause and you're done and you're back. So to start this one, I always take the number that's given and I start the ladder with that number and unit. So 1,000 liters. Because this is a base unit, I can go from the base to kilo. So it is a one-step problem. I can go from the base unit, which is liters. It has no prefix in front of it. Because it's the base, I can go to any other prefix in one step. To do that, I take my unit that is here and bring it down, and I put kiloliter on top. Now the prefix gets the 1, the base gets the number. We figure out, okay, kilo, I go across, that equals 1,000. So I use this prefix to tell me what goes here. That seems weird, right? You look up the prefix, and that tells you what goes with the base. The prefix itself gets a 1. So that's how that one works. So 1,000 divided by 1,000 equals 1. Liters cancels out. I'm left with 1 kiloliter. There we go. Hopefully that went well. I'm actually going to go back and do number 1 right now. So pause it and try this one first. And come back. Okay, hopefully you're back. Now this one adds one more wrinkle to this. We've got 2 prefixes. I'm going from milli to deci. And my pink sheet, hold on, it's freaking out on me here. There we go, my pink sheet. It does not give me a conversion to go from this to this. These numbers don't tell me how to go from one to the other. They tell me how to go to the base, and then from the base back to this number. So this is a 2-step problem. So you got to go to the base. Go from milli to liters to deciliters. So let's start our ladder here. We're going to have 2 steps. We take our number with the unit and we put it in the top left. We always start with this in the top left. Then we take whatever unit is here, bring it down, milliliters. I'm going to go from milli to liters. And then I'm going to bring this unit down because I got to do one more step and go to deciliters. Okay, now from here, I like to lay out all my units first. Then I start putting in the numbers. The prefixes get the 1s. Milli, deci, those are my prefixes, so they automatically get a 1. Then I look up milli on the pink sheet. Milli equals 0.001. So that's what goes with the base. So this prefix tells me what goes up here, 0.001. Deci, if we go here, deci equals 0.1. So the deci tells me what goes down here, which is 0.1. Now this divided by that cancels out. So I'm left with deciliters for units, which is good. Everything else cancels out. Now how I would type this in is I would go 35 times 0.001 divided by 0.1. I am going to have to punch that into a calculator here just to make sure I don't make a mistake. So 35 times 0.001 divided by 0.1, and I get 0.35 deciliters. Okay, let's move on to question 3 now. Again, for this one, I think I can hit, there we go, I can clear that. For this one, again, I have kilo and deca, DA is my prefix. The base is grams. So I'm going to go from kilo to grams back to decagrams. Again, pause this and try it on your own if you need to yet. But right now, I am going to set this up by putting this number in here with the units. It's going to be a two-step problem. I always take these units, bring them down and to the right. And then the next thing I go to, I have to go from kilo to grams, right? I can't skip the base. If I got two prefixes, I have to go to the base in the middle. Then I bring the base down. Grams is a base unit. And then I go from that to DAG. Prefixes get the 1. And then kilo, we've seen that one enough times to know that it equals 1,000, hopefully by now. And then deca, that's a new one. So DA is 10. So I put a 10 down here. And again, what I would do is I would multiply these two numbers, 0.005 times 1,000. That should be 5. Divided by 10, that equals 0.5 kilograms. And I haven't mentioned this yet because I'd rather you get the ladder down first. Double check. This has 1 sig fig. This has 1 sig fig. So your original number and your final answer should just match the sig figs. You don't have to worry about sig figs anywhere else. Those have to match. Let's move on and try number 9. Take a second, do number 9. Okay, hopefully you pause, you tried it, here it is. For this one, I'm already at a base unit, so I can go right from the base to the prefix. So this is going to be a nice one-step problem. I start by putting the number in the units up here. That's always a first step. When in doubt, just take this number, put it in the first step, or the first part of the ladder. Next step is you're always going to bring this unit down. That'll never change. Not for a while yet. At least not in this unit. Now I can go directly to kilo because I'm already at a base unit. The prefix gets the 1. Kilo equals 1,000. And so then if I move this decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be 0.001352, and that is in kilograms. So that's my final answer. It's got the right number of sig figs. Hopefully you got that. Just remember, does it have 2 prefixes, 2 steps, 1 prefix, 1 step? Most of these are pretty similar here. We'll move on to some of these. I'm going to do 14. So pause it, try this one, and come back. Okay, hopefully you're back. And for this one, this is a metric unit. This is I guess you could say US unit, or the English system. So we're moving from one system to the other. So now when we do this, this top part doesn't work for us really. Not necessarily anymore. We're not skipping between prefixes. We're actually down in the bottom part. So anytime you have the English units, the English system, you might want to go down here. You might still have to do some metric to metric up here. That can be mixed in, but for the most part, we're looking down here. And so we're going kilograms to pounds. So let's check down here. Is there a kilograms to pounds? I'm sure there is. There we go. It's right over here. This is convenient because I have the direct conversion, so that means this is a one-step problem. There's 2.205 pounds in 1 kilogram. So let's set this up. Let's take the number that's given to us, start a ladder. Nothing changes. Next step, whatever unit is here moves down. Nothing changes in there in that way either. Now I told you that we can go directly to pounds because we have that conversion given to us directly. Otherwise we have to find a path to get from one to the other. And remember, it was 1 kilogram, so the 1 goes with the kilogram, and the 2.205 goes with the pound. So 2.205 pounds per 1 kilogram. If I type this into my calculator, I get I'm going to write out everything my calculator gives me. This is what my calculator gives me. 2.304225. But I count here, I have 4 sig figs. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, cut it off here. The 2 does not make me round up. So I would just report this as 2.304 pounds. And that is how I would answer that one. That's where I'm going to end this video. I might make a video on some of the harder ones that come up with the fractions and the exponents. But for now, make sure that you can do any of the other problems that are just English to metric or metric to metric. That's what you need to have down for now.